Alrighty, guys, we're back for track of the day for Thursday, August 6th. You may notice that my time on the last track is like about a second faster than my time before, by whenever I ended the video. I decided I was having fun with that track and thought I'd play again. Came in a good second. I'm pretty proud of it because I expected Jojo there to one up my time. But we will go into next track, which is Outlandish V2. Looks like a dirt track. Some custom signs, but we will see how well this one goes. I was talking yesterday about how gears matter in dirt. We'll see. We'll probably see that come into play. Okay, got a smooth turn. It's a loop. Into a slowdown. Ooh, okay. See a lot because like there's the stuff that's directly to my left here. Gotta make sure I don't lose a gear. Going for... I braked, but that's fine. Oh, whoa, okay. I did not judge that correctly. I got confused by this part here. There's so much track intersection that I wasn't able to read all the track intersection. I'm liking the atmosphere of this track, though. Has a nice deserty feel. I am clearly not able to turn that much. So we're gonna take this track as we're gonna try and get a run in as fast as I can. Because like I said yesterday, I generally like to get an initial run in, so at least I have a ghost to reference off of. But I also like to actually make sure that I also like to at least be able to, or at least my habits are kicking in where I crash into anything and I'm like, oh, reset. This is a good tight dirt corner. Okay, I like that. I just go straight here. I read it right this time. Okay, interesting. Oh, now we're going on to real dirt track. Got a boost to the flat dirt into this banked corner. I'm gonna let go. I'm not confident in my ability to judge where I'm supposed to go there. Finish line is straight up. Yep. Okay, interesting. Got a gold right off the bat. But I didn't remember to look at what the top time was, so we're going into it with me not knowing. I noticed... I found out yesterday that even though I thought me getting that time was very quick, it was about the same amount of time as last time, which is kind of good for my own consistency. That in about 30-35 minutes I'm able to set a time that I'm proud of. I guess that depends on the course though, because the last two courses were very similar length. And this one seems to be maybe almost twice as long. So it's probably going to be the case that I might take longer to get this course down. But, you know, having a longer course again, it's interesting. Because I'm more for short courses than long courses. I like getting a bunch of runs in really quickly rather than spending forever on one. I believe the track right before I started doing this, which was August 2nd. No, August 3rd. It was like a NASCAR one, and it was a multi-lap that had the need for me to be playing a track for 2 minutes before I could do another run, and I don't know, I just don't like 2-minute long courses. Because I just don't have the endurance right now to do something like that. Get in here. There might be a need for like a small break here, because I get a little bit of air there. in this game, getting air is a bad thing generally, so I'm gonna hit the checkpoint. Yep. Don't want to hit the checkpoint. Really liking, like I said, really liking the atmosphere of this track. Don't know how some people do this. Like, I mean, the last track of July was essentially like we were tiny RC cars. That was a great track. It had some very smooth stuff, and it was very competitive, or at least I had a very good time racing it. You got something like this, which is way simpler than that track, but man, things people can do in this game is insane. I mean, I don't know what Medeo did to improve this stuff, to like improve their, or do, gosh, I can't think. I don't know what Nadeo did to improve this game over the previous. But although I didn't play much Trackmania 2, I don't know if any of this stuff would have been possible. I mean, I'm sure it would have. This game's on the same engine, so I feel like it should have been all possible. So, but who knows? I'm glad that this game is at least has a lot of good track builders. We'll see, you know, how as the game progresses. I know Trackmania has usually a pretty dedicated community, but this is kind of the first mainstream Trackmania, or at least it's their foray back into being popular. Because I don't ever feel like Trackmania was that popular. Maybe it was, and I'm just not seeing it right. But that was a much better turn because I carried a lot more speed through it. Thus, I'm going to get to the finish line sooner, maybe. Yep. Okay. This is not an easy track to improve on. I'm only top 5. I don't know if maybe there's a shortcut that I'm not seeing. I don't know where it would be. I'm trying to think. That's good. Getting that corner right there is not easy. I kind of have been trying to go for like a bit of a jump, something like that, so I get some rotation to carry this turn with a lot more speed. Interesting. How does this track get more optimal? This is one of those tracks where I try to, where it's more seeing the line, I guess. Because a lot of these runs, I've done a lot of runs where I've not hit anything. I guess it's just better dirt management. It's been a while. This is an entirely dirt track. It's been a while since the last track that I remember that had like mainly dirt was Route 66. And that was a mixture of tarmac and dirt. This one's entirely dirt. Been a lot of ice, and the first track of the day that I did here was grass and tarmac. This one's being entirely dirt. I don't know. Something special about it. But also means that I gotta be on my game with dirt. Don't know if cutting that is faster. Obviously I'm ahead of myself, but I lose a lot of speed in cutting. And obviously this turn's gonna lose you a lot of speed if you because there's a maximum speed you can take it at. Here I'm gonna get like 0.7 seconds off, which is pretty good, I'd say. And that improved me hugely. Let me go and see where I'm at in the PA leaderboard. So, okay. So I am about 1.5 seconds slow. I don't know where I can make up 1.5 seconds. I'm not seeing it yet. But now I have the ability to go off a replay. Let me go off of JoJo's replay, because I generally try to do that. See how he's doing it. Okay. So it goes kind of wide. I guess that makes sense, because then you don't lose as much speed. Okay. Kind of cuts it height there. Nothing I'm seeing that's like revolutionary or is like a shortcut of some variety. It's just good driving, which he is, at least I know him for doing that. He took that loop way faster. And I don't know, I wasn't listening if it was me gearing down in the loop. Because gearing down on dirt is just detrimental. Interesting. I think he jumps like that to gain... I think he jumps like that to the side there like that to land sooner. Interesting. Dang it. That was a good line through there. Ooh. Above me in the leaderboards are the two people I know to be at least the best in my region. It's been interesting seeing them having times on the leaderboard this early, because they usually do not. They usually only show up near the end. Near right before whenever the times change, or the track changes, so... And I expected him to get a better time whenever I improved my time yesterday, because I actually, if you remember, my time was like 33 seconds-ish on the last course, and his time and JoJo's time on yesterday's course was like a 32.7. I ended up beating his time by like, I don't know, it was like 0.01 seconds, but I knew that he'd come back and somehow manage to get 0.3 seconds off of me. Magically. But I guess that's why I'm trying to get into a position where I can actually compete with him and run him for first every time. But you gotta put in some time, you gotta put in some work to get there, and that's what this is for. That's what these videos are for, so I can kind of archive it for myself, and maybe, you know, someone else can learn from what I'm doing. Because at least if my commentary is just like you just hate my ramblings, you can mute it and kind of watch the strategies. Or, you know, you can listen to the few times where I actually kind of say my thought process on on how to play this game. And, you know, sometimes the thoughts that come into my head about tracks could be useful for some people, because a lot of the times I don't think of everything, and I miss out on a possible shortcut that could have saved me so much time. So he jumps like into the corner there. I'm wondering if that's at all faster or... Okay. Started that turn too early, landed in the dirt. I'll try and cut this in. Okay. Ended up in the dirt a little bit there, so I think I lost some speed, but... Okay. Definitely not a turn you can... I think you have to cut that corner because you'd end up losing too much time if you didn't. So you'd probably have to slow down and even stay on the dirt there. I want to take that boosted corner a little bit, and from what it looks like from him on the outside, because then you get the you don't have to turn as much. Okay, I lost a bunch of speed there. Okay. If I could shave 0.2 seconds, if I could get like a 49 something, that'd be great. I don't even care that I'm none first. I wouldn't have cared yesterday, but I didn't know what the time was, and I hadn't gotten a Nadeo medal in that one. So I just kind of accepted that my 33 was a good time. As long as I get something. I don't think a 49 is that hard to get, to strive for. Shaving off 0.2. Shaving off 0.2 shouldn't be that difficult. And it should mean that I have a good time for when I'm not playing, and I can at least maintain my either second or third on the leaderboards. A little bit of a wiggle there. I don't know if that was good. Touched the wall because I let up on the turn there. Though I did have more speed coming into it. Or going around the corner. Had I not touched the wall, I may have been able to gain on him. Gain on JoJo. I don't know why getting so much air there is a good thing. Okay. Okay. I think I keep fearing that I'm going to slam into the sidewall on that big banked turnaround right before the finish. And so I chicken out and go right in the middle. And because of it, I am losing a ton of time on that banked turn. Because I was equal with him up until that point. And then I got to there and then lost a ton of speed. And then I crashed into a wall, but you don't want to consider. Had I not crashed into the wall, I would have been fine. Here, yeah, I fear doing that, and that's why I don't do it. But I think I just need to have better control on the dirt. Something I can, I guess, get here. Doing these tracks will eventually get me better at dirt. This track doesn't seem to have any times where, like, gearing super matters. You kind of hit all the turns at a reasonable gear. There's never any moments where I've like been like, wow, that was a horrible downshift. All these are happening at like the top of a gear right before shifting. Okay. Yeah, he lands in the corner there a little bit sooner. 50-55. Let's see if I can get the 0.055 taken off. I'll do a few more runs. I feel like I've hit the time threshold. I know now that if I get a good run, it's probably been 30 minutes. So, I'll say 10 more runs and we'll call it there. This probably isn't the run. But I'm within myself, so. Okay, nope. 9 more runs, and then we'll call it here. Who knows? I don't have a bearing on time yet on whether or not I've been 30 minutes or not. And I don't even really care about the length, because as long as I get a good time, that's all I'm really recording it for, so. Get this. Ooh, that was good. 8 more runs. I have a general idea of what I need to do there. That might result in me improving on JoJo's time, or at least his current time. I have no doubts that he'll come back sort of closer to 1 o'clock tomorrow and absolutely clobber whatever I manage to make, but hopefully over time it gets harder and harder for him to absolutely clobber my time. 7 runs. It's been so long without doing something like that, and now whenever I've limited my runs, there I go, doing it, slamming myself into a wall. 5 more runs. I don't know if I'm going to play this afterwards. It'll really depend on what happens. Whether or not I'm playing any video games with anybody else. Okay, that was bad. Okay, 4 runs. Had I not had a horrible dirt crash on the transition, I might have had a chance because I kept up pretty well. Need to take that a little bit wider. Then I'll just end up where I want to be. Oh, I landed sooner. Oh, but I'm flying myself off. 3 more runs. But I can see the line. But can I execute on the line in 3 runs? The real question. No, I cannot. 2 more runs. Secured myself a reasonable 2nd place, but you always gotta want to go for more. Took that extremely wide, hitting the turbo boost in the process. Final run, we'll call it there. Can I get a reasonable run with 1 time left? No, I cannot. So, I'm going to go enjoy my time in the desert. I guess I will see you guys next week, or next week, tomorrow, for the track of the day of Friday. Like I said last time, I am going to be probably just doing the track of the day final. I'm just going to be doing the replay for the track of the day on the weekends, and just kind of, I think I'm going to put it to some like music or something. But following this will be the record, the replay of the record, and I will see you guys on Friday.